Good evening, Madam Mayor, councillors. The Guelph Civic League has reviewed the updated draft of the nuisance bylaw, and though it has been improved, we continue to have a number of serious concerns. Through the bylaw and its original preamble, it is clear what the city staff want. They say that a number of incidents and undesirable gatherings, both on public and private lands, have demonstrated that staff do not have sufficient tools at their disposal to protect the interests of the city. Staff want those new tools. But what does the community want? Oddly enough, at the community input sessions, that question was never asked. Instead, we were asked what parts of the proposed bylaw we want, or, as was more the case, do not want. There is some demonstrated citizen support for the nuisance party provisions of the proposed bylaw, and you've heard that. And those provisions are very similar to those in London's new nuisance bylaw, which I'm sure you're all aware of. Have you had a chance to read it? I have. It's a very short document. London's nuisance bylaw is tightly focused on nuisance parties. Only two other related items are addressed: public urination and knocking over mailboxes. That's it. Media reports suggest that the bylaw was vigorously debated by councillors. The London Free Press wrote that many fed-up homeowners supported the draft bylaw, while others worried that it is too vague, open to abuse, and tramples on individual rights. Because of this, London councillors decided to refer the issue for further study with additional public and staff comment. In Guelph, where the proposed nuisance bylaw is much more broad and controversial, there's been little in the way of vigorous councillor debate. And last week, the Operations, Transit and Emergency Services Committee declined to refer the issue for further study, as GCL had recommended. But let me outline what the community did not ask to be included in this bylaw. We did not ask for peaceful assembly and protest, an integral facet of freedom of expression protected by the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, to be at the discretion of an unelected executive director in the name of public safety. But this is what the permit system outlined in the draft bylaw would give us. And this interpretation is supported by the Canadian Civil Liberties Association in their second letter to the Mayor, sent this last Friday. We did not ask for ridiculously vague language that effectively allows enforcement officers to interpret not only the degree of enforcement, but the meaning of the bylaw itself. An example straight from the bylaw: while on city land, no person shall interfere with any permitted activity carried out by any other person. Talk about opening a Pandora's box. But this is what the bylaw would give us. We did not ask for the planting and tending of our beautiful boulevard gardens on city property by Guelph residents to be rendered illegal. But again, this is what the bylaw will give us. That's Section 9B. We've been told, trust us, if it isn't a nuisance, there won't be a problem. Well, if it isn't a nuisance, then make that clear in the bylaw. The vast majority of citizen input has been critical of the bylaw, and local media have been unusually vocal about the problems with it. It is clear to GCL that overall the community does not want this nuisance bylaw as written. And as you know very well, councillors are elected to represent the community. Therefore, the Guelph Civic League strongly urges Council to refer this important issue back to staff so that staff can address outstanding concerns and additional community consultation can be undertaken. It's obviously a very important issue for the community, and it will likely set a precedent for other communities. Please take the time to get this bylaw right. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions to Mr. Sills? No questions. Thank you.